Troy, would you like to talk some football?
Sure.
All right, let's do that.
I'm just trying to stay awake, Troy, to the program.
I know the feeling.
Troy, is this the offense we're going to see from here on out? Are we set on the pistol?
Well, pistol and or shotgun. I don't think we're going to see much of Manning under center, at least in the immediate future. I mean, the good thing about Kubiak, he recognizes this. He's not going to sacrifice a season to make a point that it's his offense versus Manning's offense. He has said since January, essentially, but certainly since April, that they're going to run what they do best. And right now, what they clearly do best is run out of the pistol and or shotgun. And they just got to figure out how to get the spacing right to be able to be just an adequate running team. And they would kind of have their situation solved. That's the final piece of this. Is again, last night, 19 rushes, 41 yards. Juwan Thompson hurt, C.J. Anderson hurt. I mean, at some point, they've got to get their rushing attack to at least ordinary.
If you were in charge of the world out there, what would you do about that? I mean, would you go with Ronnie Hillman, who can't really carry a load for 30 times a game? I think maybe in his career he's had 25 carries in a game or something. Do you take a look at Kabri Bibb, since Juwan, I would guess, is going to be out for a while with that neck injury? I mean, do they bring in a bunch of guys and try them out, or what do? You just work on that offensive line and hope that it can open some holes for the guys that are left?
Yeah, there's no easy answer to this. Juwan Thompson, first of all, what he had said last night, he thinks he's good. I mean, so he might be able to play this week. We'll know a lot more on Wednesday to see whether he practices or if he's limited. C.J. Anderson cleared the concussion protocol. I asked Gary Kubiak about Bibbs. He said certainly they're going to consider it, kind of depending on Juwan Thompson's health, on whether they would activate Bibbs from the practice squad. I know this isn't going to be popular, but what I would do at this point, because Hillman, after kind of a good start in Baltimore and okay in Kansas City, he's kind of leveled off a little bit. I would try to just feed the ball to C.J. Anderson. Don't rotate him out for like a half and see what they have. Anderson's season has just been completely off the rails, starting with a sprained ankle in Seattle in the first preseason game. So I think they'd be best served to just feed C.J. Anderson, see if they can get him going kind of once and for all, and then if after the Minnesota game it's not working, then completely reassess the position. But Kubiak did say today they need to keep Anderson on the field. He's leaving every game with a nick, a bruise. I mean, legitimate stuff, but can they keep him healthy for a half and just feed him the ball 14, 15 times and see where they're at? I don't know, but I would try that next and then reassess.
I was watching last night. In the pistol offense, can the offensive line, when it's not very good to begin with at this point, can they hold the blocks long enough to get somebody from that pistol formation, a running back, through that hole?
You know, Terrell Davis was saying it today on radio. I heard him saying he believes they can. It is a little different timing mechanism, and you don't have a fullback, which now makes me wonder about James Casey's future on the roster going forward, unless they just believe he's absolutely necessary on special teams. But they can, Woody. It's just the lineman told me last night, without making excuses, that A, they were happy they were able to pass protect much better, but B, that still is only their third live game together, and they do believe they'll get better. You know, is some of that just kind of unbridled optimism? Probably a little bit, but Mathis is playing better. Ryan Harris played much better last night. Again, so once you get through a quarter of the season, are they making strides in the running game? Right now they're making none, but last night they took a huge step forward in pass protection. So can they take a similar leap against the Vikings, a team that's been gashed a bit on the ground, certainly by Carlos Hyde in their opener?
All right, so the